It's nice to have a good place to work and a board to put your tortellini on when you get done tying them. When I roll my dough, I start with 8, and then I go down to 6, then to 4, and then to 2, and then to 1. You have to be careful though, 8 is the fattest one. All machines aren't different. Some gauges go the opposite direction. For my meat, I like to use a jerky gun. I load this thing up with meat, and as you can see, it makes that nice long tube. I run about a 3 or 4 inch tube out onto the table and then pinch off from there. And pizza cutter, when I cut them with the pizza cutter. And I take the scraps. I don't know what mom or dad did with the scraps. I take the scraps and stick them right back into the middle of the ball of dough. That helps you get, when you get down to the end, you can roll the thing on one and get 3 or 4 extra tortellini at the end. And you got to have some little bit of flour on hand. Keep the board and the machine dry. If the dough is sticky, you might have to add it to the dough if it's too sticky. Okay, this is what the strip looks like. This is 8, 6, 4, and 2. So now I'm going to cut this strip in half and run it through at 1 because it's too long. You don't want it dragging on the floor. Another thing is, if you don't like the way the strip goes through, you can always fold it over and run it through again. Okay, here are my pieces after my cut. You can see some of them aren't perfect, but most of them aren't perfect, but you can twist all of those into tortellini. I think quickly counting, there's 40 some there. Well, the pasta, the dough is very good today, but the meat is still a little bit cold, so it's not coming out of the jerky gun that good. But you can see those little turds that I got there. What I do is pinch those off and then place it on the tortellini and then tie them. I did some without the gun because I'm waiting for this meat to warm up. See those squares? They're only about 1.25 inches, and that's how you can get 400. If you make them bigger than that, you're not going to get 400. The other thing is, when you cook these, they really expand, and if you leave them in like the pot I took home from Christmas that I left in the refrigerator overnight, the next day those things are really huge because they suck up all that broth.